I went away for the weekend, well, kind of the weekend, for my son Riley's bowling tournament. He is a senior in high school, and this was his last bowling tournament. It makes me very sad, for regionals. And I wanted to show you guys like the makeup and stuff that I was taking with me, and then plan to show you my makeup each day and my outfit each day. And I forgot to record ahead of time the makeup I took. So we just got home. I'm going to show you the makeup that I took and stuff, and then you'll see the videos of each day, what my makeup was, what I wore, and then at the end I'll give you a little recap of the weekend. But first of all, I just put this Beauty For Real lip gloss on. It's in Nudist. I got it in an Ipsy, I think it was time before last. Ugh, I didn't like it then when I put it on. I was like, it's like plasticky, I don't know. I just put it on again for this video, and I'm like, that's the sound of it going in the garbage because it's yucky. I can't stand it. It's like cheap, like kids makeup, but I don't know, it's really gross. Anyway, so when I go, I like to keep things as minimal as possible when I'm going, because I'm not very good at that. But I always just take this Morphe Jeffree Star brush case, is like perfect for what I need. And I fit my eyelash curler in there and my color switch. And then I take some brushes. Well, I usually take a lot of brushes, but this time I actually have the Tati, I cannot say her name, Tati. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that. Anyway, I have the Blendables, and so I took those with me. These have been amazing. I am loving them for doing my makeup. Like, my makeup looks good. Okay, little disclaimer, I fell asleep on the couch for like 2 hours when we got home, so my hair is like flat and stringy, and I'm getting a little bit of sheen going, but otherwise, like, my makeup still looks pretty darn good for, there we go. My makeup still looks pretty darn good for being on since, what time did I get up this morning? 5:30. So it probably went on around 6, and it is, I think, 8:04 at night, so it looks pretty good. Anyway, so then the only brushes that I brought with me were, I brought this one to just blend out my bronzer, like around my face and stuff, and this one I brought just to like meld together my blush and bronzer and everything. And otherwise, I just brought some eye pencils. So, and eye pencils, what am I talking about? Eye brushes, and I didn't even use all of them. I used like 3 or 4 of them, but I always overpack, so that's how it goes. But yeah, that stuff all fits right in here, and so that's just perfect. Then all my beauty tools are in one little spot like that. So that's that. And then I did a review for this makeup bag a while back. I will link it up here in case you're interested. I never imagined I would like this as much as I do, but everywhere I go, if I'm traveling at all and taking any kind of makeup, this is what goes with me. It went with us to Tennessee last year. It goes when I go to my mom and dad's for a few days. I mean, anywhere we go, to a hotel, anything. But this is the bag, and it just opens up. I've got the flap in front so you can't see. And then these loosen up, and this opens up like this, so you can lay it out on the counter and see everything, but things stay put because there is like a lip from the sides of the bag. And that is where I have my whole entire face. And so I actually even have extra stuff in here, like texture spray and lip balm. These have to go with me everywhere. Things like that. But anyway, so in here I've got all sorts of stuff. I've got powders. I always bring more than I need. Here's powder and a concealer, because for some reason those Kokie Cosmetics concealers, I have 2 of them, and they both, like, the caps crack and then they leak out, so I have to put them in like a plastic bag or it gets all over everything. My highlight, this is gonna be rough. Oh, I've got like an Origins face wash in here and stuff, because I didn't take my oil with me, and you'll hear me talk about that, my face oil that I always use, which you will see a video. Actually, that should already be up, so I'll link it up here, how I make my face oil. But I didn't take it with me because I didn't want to mess with like putting it in her bag to make sure it didn't leak and stuff like that. And plus I was coming off of like a 3-day migraine when we were leaving, so I was kind of just like, ugh, like make this as simple as possible. That was a mistake because my face was so dry. I had this Hello Fab coconut water cream, First Aid Beauty. That does not do the trick for me. My skin, and I have oily skin, but it was like, no. And I had this Origins face wash, which I didn't even use, but it's always in here just in case. I have my foundation, mascara, my NYX Wonder pencil, this Mosquito Black pencil, my brow pencil and brow mascara, this little It Cosmetics primer that I got in my last Ipsy. I wish I didn't love this as much as I do, but I am loving it. My makeup does not settle like in these lines and stuff as much as it usually does. Like I said, right now I'm getting a little oily, but it's been a long day. Okay, my bronzer. I had an extra, this BH Cosmetics. I really only use this concealer when I do like cut crease or something like that, but I just throw it in. My eyeshadow primer, and then just my palettes. And the palettes that I decided to take were the ABH Soft Glam, which I didn't even use, and then the ColourPop Give It To Me Straight, which I used the first day, so you'll see my look that I did the first day was with that. And then the other palette that I took and used today, which is on my eyes right now, is the LMR Cosmetics Reina del Caribe, which looks like this. I love this palette so much. I cannot even express how much I love this palette. So those are the palettes I took. And I like to be a little fancy, and since like when I'm going away to something like this, I have several days in a row off work, because for work I can't have like nice nails because I'm ripping open boxes and stuff and digging my hands in a cash register and stuff, because I work retail and they just get destroyed. So when I get to go away or do something where I'm gonna have several days off, I like to like do my nails. So I got these Impress nails, which, let me see. I love these nails so much. They're so easy to use. They look so good. People are always like, oh, your nails look so good. I'm like, oh, thanks. They're just pressed on. And they're like, really? But they just make me feel fancy. I just really like them. And I actually do the trick because they have the little adhesive on them. But I also use a nail like glue, like a brush on one. And I do like just a really light, over top of my nail, light coat. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm like, and then put the nail on, with the adhesive, and then they stay really good. I did them at Christmas time, and I had them on. They don't recommend that you have them on for more than 7 days. And I was literally like peeling them off because of having to go back to work. So they like stick real good. I mean, I think that was right around 7 days that I had those ones on, and I was having to take them off. So, yeah, I just felt like being a little fancy. This, oh, there we go. Doesn't like to always focus, but yeah, so that is that. All right, so next you're gonna see my makeup and outfits of the day, and then we will be back and I'll wrap up for you how the weekend went. Okay, so here's my makeup of the day. I'll turn around and show you. I used the Give It To Me Straight ColourPop palette and just did a simple look. Oh, the lighting's terrible in here. But I have some Becca gloss on, and this is day number 1. And I didn't bring my face oil. I just have other moisturizer with me. Bad idea, because I am crusty dry, and I have a super oily face, so not cool. But we'll see what happens by tomorrow. I'm gonna be looking like I'm 20 years older than I am. Okay, so now I'll show you my outfit. All right, and this is my outfit for today. Just got some tall boots and this long cardigan thing that I tied right here, which is really cute. I won this from Karen, from Karen's Corner, her channel, which I will link down below because she's super cute and you will love to watch her. And so that is my outfit for the day, first day of sitting in a bowling alley all day. Okay, so it's day number 2 of bowling tournaments. Yesterday was the team portion, and unfortunately, top 3 teams go to states, and we were in 4th place. So that was kind of disappointing, but the kids did really good, and it was fun to watch them. So last night was fun. We have a huge group of people in the room next to us that at 2 o'clock in the morning decided to come in and be crazy loud, and I had earplugs in, and it woke me up. And so we waited a little bit, and then my husband called the front desk. And then he said he heard someone come up and knock on their door, but he thought maybe they just told him they needed to quiet down. Well, then by like 3 o'clock, they were smoking so much weed that it was like it was in our room that someone was smoking it. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I was so irritated. So I called the front desk again, and I thought they hung up on me actually, but then we heard them knocking on the door, and the people got quiet and stuff after that. So thankfully, because that was ridiculous. But it was over an hour of being awake in the middle of the night when we have to get up early. So I got some dark circles to show for it. But anyway, today is individuals, and Riley went to individuals states for individuals last year. Only top 10 go, and I think there's like 60 some, maybe more boys. It's boys and girls are separate. So we are hopeful today that he has a good bowling day and can go, because it's his senior year, so it's his last chance. So we will see what happens. But so here is my makeup of the day. I will turn you around so you can see. And I used the Elmar Cosmetics palette, the first one. And so that is what's happening today. My skin is super dry here. I think I said that yesterday because I don't have my oil. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting home and slathering my face in oil. But yeah, so this is today's makeup look. And let me show you my outfit of the day. So this is outfit of the day. This is a scarf. I actually got this in the starter box, FabFitFun starter box. And then just this yellow, which I got this at a thrift store. It's a New Day that brand from Target, cardigan. And then just another black shirt and black leggings and my boots. Real creative, right? But you're sitting all day, it's just comfortable. So I'm just basically sitting and eating all day. So that's the name of the game, is comfort. But so that is the look for today, and hopefully I'll be coming back to you at the end and telling you that Riley made it to States. Okay, so I felt like something was missing, and that's because my blush had slid down on the side. So I used my Tarte Quirky blush that I love so much, and I have 2 backups, thankfully, because this one is getting some love. But man, I just put some of that on the edge of this little blendiful and just tap it in. Like, my makeup has been looking so amazing from using these. I'm not even lying. Like, I didn't think, I was like skeptical about it. Like, yeah, okay, we'll see how good these are. No, I love it. I put my foundation on with it. I put my concealer in. I mean, everything. My powder. Oh, I'm loving it. But anyway, so as you saw, the first day was our team's portion. So there were, we can't remember if there were 16 or 18 teams. And you have to place top 3 to go to states. And we placed 4th, which was such a bummer. Like, the day kind of started out a little rough, but then it was like people were doing really good. And my son's one friend got a 245 one game. I mean, it was just like, all of a sudden we were doing really good and really felt like we had a chance. And unfortunately, we just missed it. So that was kind of disappointing. But, because, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, are you like, oh, we were so close. Like, we did so good. We were so close. Or it's like, you almost wish that you had been, like, missed it by further, because it seems like a little less painful that way, that you were so close. Do you know what I'm saying? But last year we were regional champs last year. So that was really exciting. And, you know, same people can't win all the time. So, but it was a really fun day. And as you may remember too, like I said, I was coming off of a 3-day migraine before we were going. And so I was very concerned about how things were going to go, because my migraines usually last 2 days. It wasn't quite as severe as normal, but it lasted almost 3 days. And it was just really rough. Like, I had to call into work the one day. It was and I hate doing that. I hate it so much. And so it was really rough. And I tend to get migraines when we stay in hotels. Usually I can do 1 night fine, but if we're there 2 nights, almost every single time. Like, my girls' shopping weekend in November, I know Sunday when I'm coming home, I take Monday off work because I'm getting a migraine. It happens every time. It's so ridiculous. So I don't know if it's, you know, the stuff, I'm sure it's cleaning chemicals from the hotel, how the bedding and everything is done in like bleach, the pool, you know, like the chemicals from that. It absolutely kills me. It's terrible. So I was very nervous because it has happened to me twice on this trip, here, and last year we went to States and I got a migraine there too. And so I was very nervous about what, you know, this weekend was going to hold for me, because it's absolutely horrendous. And I'm like, if I get another migraine this quick after that one, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, it literally makes me feel like, I don't even know how to explain it. But I said I'm going to jump off a bridge. Obviously I'm not, but I mean, that's how, I mean, I feel like I just can't take it anymore. It's awful. But, so the first night went really well. I always bring my own pillow with me everywhere because I sleep with a very specific pillow. So I have one that always stays on my bed, and I have one that travels with me anywhere I go, to my mom and dad's, overnight, anywhere. Like, it goes with me. I have to sleep on that pillow. If my neck is like in a weird position, done. And so I always have my pillow with me, and then I always take a small diffuser with me, and I actually, a scent that I absolutely love, and is like, it's like clean and refreshing to me, and it actually smells a lot like Icy Hot or Bengay, because it's, I'm sure that's an ingredient in those things, is wintergreen essential oil. So I had that going in our room, so our room just smelled like clean and fresh, and I had it right next to the bedside table, so it's like I'm getting that extra moisture because it's always very dry. So like both mornings I wake up, my eyes are bloodshot and everything. So my skin was really dry. It was just, so I'm sure that is another issue that bothers me in hotels. So make sure I drink a ton of water also. So then we had a great night though. Everyone had a lot of fun. We, after the tournament, because the girls team also bowled at the same time and they didn't place either. But so then we all went to eat at Applebee's together, which is always really fun. And so they do a thing every year where they say it's the coach's birthday, even though it's not her birthday, just to like, you know, embarrass her and have them sing to her. And so that's always fun. And it's her last year. She's been doing for the bowling team like for years and years. I don't know if she's started it or if she's, I think she might be the longest one they've had. And she's been kind of sticking around because it's not a paid position. And I'm sorry, but people who take their time to coach like that, she is with those kids 4 days a week. She does extra things, you know, trying to get them together, to do stuff together, you know, and hang out. And she makes it super fun. Her son actually has been like the assistant coach the last 2 years too, because he graduated a few years ago. And they put so much time and effort and just like love into our kids. And I find it very frustrating that it's not a paid position, but other coaching jobs are, because it's considered a club, not a sport. And I think that's terrible. So that's just my little public service announcement. Like, pay the people who coach and take the time. It's not like Little League or something like that. This is a school, you know, club or whatever. Like, if it's part of the school thing, it should be recognized as such, and the people should also be paid. But anyway, she has done it for years without being paid because she just loves it and loves pouring into the kids like that. So we are so thankful for her and so thankful that she's finishing through with Riley, because it was actually funny. The first night we got there, we were the first ones there, and he was actually going to be the only one going to the one practice thing with her, because other people like getting from work and stuff to the hotel, it was like a little over an hour away where we were staying from where we all live. And so he had his food because we had stopped and grabbed food, and she let us know her room was like 2 down from us, that she was getting food at the restaurant at the hotel but taking it back to her room. So Riley's like, I'm gonna take my sandwich and go down to Mrs. Lunt's room. And I'm like, she's eating, like maybe she doesn't want you in there. He's like, no, I'm gonna eat too, she's my best friend. It was like so funny. And no, this is nothing weird, like it's totally innocent and just fun. Like the banter she has with the kids and stuff is awesome. But it's just really fun to like see the kids interact with each other and with her, and it's just so much fun. I'm gonna miss this so much. Actually, this is like my sport thing that I'm going to miss the most out of, like, I loved watching my oldest son play soccer and basketball all those years, and I love watching my youngest son play basketball, but there's something about bowling and just the like closeness. I don't know, it's just a different type of sport, and I'm going to miss it a lot. But my son already let me know, him and his like best friend who is also on the team, who bowled the 245 the first day, they are gonna join a league, so that will be really fun because I'm definitely gonna go watch them. But anyway, so we went out to dinner and everything, went back to the hotel, the kids all hung out. They had a room that like they hung out in and played video games and, you know, ate snacks and stuff. So we went to bed. Well, my husband and I, we were like watching TV, and I actually read a ton, which was really nice, just to quiet and sit and read. And so we decided to go to bed kind of early because we had to be at the bowling alley by 7:30, and it was like about 15 minutes away. And so we went to bed a little after 9, actually, because we were just wiped out from the day. Like, even though you're just sitting most of the day at the bowling alley, it's like exhausting for some reason. Plus your nerves are up because you want them to do well. And so we went to sleep. Well, I brought earplugs too, because hotels, you know how you can hear like everything, and that drives me crazy. And I can't stay on light or anything like that. So I had earplugs in. Well, at about 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up because these people were being so incredibly loud. It was ridiculous. And you could tell it was like young people, and they're laughing really loud. And I'm all about having fun and stuff, but you're coming into a hotel at 2 in the morning, and our whole floor, I mean, not our whole floor, but on that floor was our whole teams that have to be up early the next morning for this tournament, or that morning. And so I was frustrated about it. Well, my husband finally called because they were in the room right next to us, which was between us and the coach. And so my husband called down to the front desk and was like, hey, just wanted to let you know, like, they're having like a party next to us. It's really loud. It's like keeping everybody up, kind of thing. And whatever. Well, he said, like, I put my earplugs back in, but he said that he heard them knock on the door, but didn't hear anything else after that. Well, by 3 o'clock, when it was still going like crazy, and the smell of weed was so strong in our room, it was like someone was smoking in our room. And I get it, it's some people's thing, it is not mine, and I don't appreciate trying to sleep in a hotel and feeling like I'm being fumigated. And so, I mean, I felt like I could taste it. It was disgusting. And so finally, I had enough. I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's been going on for over an hour, and now they're smoking too, and it's like they shouldn't be doing that in the hotel anyway. And so I had called down to the front desk, and that is not me at all, not my personality. But like, when you mess with me in sleep and like stuff like that, where I feel like you're being very disrespectful, something new comes out of me. And so I called down to the front desk, and I was like, hey, we called about an hour ago. This is still going on. Now they're smoking. It's like filling our room. We have, all these kids on this floor that have a tournament that they have to get up for early this morning. And, it's like keeping people up. Well, all of a sudden I'm like, hello? And my husband's like, did they hang up on you? I'm like, oh, Like, now I'm all sorts of angry. Well, right then we heard knocking on the door next to us. And so the people opened the door, and the guy's like, hey, blah, blah. I couldn't totally hear what he said. But after that, it got quiet. So I put my earplugs back in and fell back asleep for the last 2 hours before I had to be up. Because it was about 3:30 by then, and I was getting up at 5:30. And so I don't like for my sleep to be messed with. But anyway, so we got up this morning. Everyone got out of the hotel. We went over for the singles portion. And it was like one of those days. It is so nerve-wracking to watch your kid, especially because like for singles, obviously it's such an individual sport. So like you're so like watching your child like, and bowling is such an up and down thing. It feels like you can have a fantastic game and the next one be terrible. And, even people who are consistent, especially during like tournament things like that, sometimes it's like all over the place. And so my son's first game was not that great. The second one was better. And I think the third one was better. They consistently went up. And then he had a 2-13. And then he went kind of down a little bit again. They do 6 games. And then his last game was a 2-14, I believe. And we were so hopeful that he squeaked it through. If he had had one more like good game like that, he would have made it. But he was, out of 75 kids, he placed 14, and top 10 are the ones who get to go on to states. But so I'm like, you cannot be mad about that. 14 out of 75, like that's pretty dang good. So it was still a good end to his season, or his high school career in bowling. And we just had a really fun time, and it was just a great time. I felt good. I never had a migraine, and hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. And I mean that sincerely. That is not like just a thing I'm saying. I was praying very hard about not having a migraine on this trip, and then thanking God very much that I didn't. But so it was just a really fun weekend, and I just thought I'd take you along and really show like stuff that I wear or things like that. And so I thought it might just be a good opportunity to do that. And so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this type of video style, let me know. I'm trying to do like some different things and change things up to keep things interesting, because not everybody likes the same thing, or just to watch makeup all the time or things like that. So and that's not just all that I do either. I love clothes, and I love a lot of things. So yeah, I'm happy to like share different things with you guys. And so I'd like to know what kind of stuff you like. So if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.